Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. What's up, guys? It's Nate Flips FBA, Nate Lambo, Nate Lambert, whatever you want to call me. I'm here to help you understand SellerBoard. And as you can see, we're on our YouTube channel. If you go onto my channel, you go to the About section. I'll have a little description, and at the bottom, I have a link tree that will go to here. And you can see the second tab down, 2 free months of SellerBoard. This is my referral link. You get an extra free month versus just going on their website. So, you can save 20, 30, 40 bucks. And I appreciate you using the referral, but let's get right into SellerBoard. Now, this is a demo account, so I am refraining from showing all my numbers just because I don't want to expose all my products and all that. But demo account, same thing. So once you log into SellerBoard, you'll have the dashboard. You'll link your Amazon account to SellerBoard, and then slowly it'll populate everything. What you'll probably want to do first is, once you sync your account, you can go to like today's sales. You're going to want to start putting in all your cost of goods. So typically you'll click on this, a small box will show right here, and you'll just type in your cost of goods, boom. I believe SellerBoard is a European software, so some of these, metrics will look a little different. They'll be like metric versus imperial. So you got centimeters, and you got other little nuances, but that's not really the point. So you'll go in, you'll link your Amazon account. Once you start seeing what you've been selling that day, and the way SellerBoard works is once an order is placed, that's when it'll show up in SellerBoard. So it may not have been paid for yet. So that's one downfall is it's going to be calculating profit and loss based off of orders, not based off of like completed transactions. So keep that in mind. When you go into your Seller Central, you're going to see like open orders, and you might have hundreds of open orders, so those things haven't really been paid for yet. They haven't been shipped to the customer. So SellerBoard will track those as sales, assuming that, the transaction goes through, customer pays for it, and, gets shipped to them. But yeah, this section, it'll give you a bunch of tiles that you can click on. You'll see today's sales, yesterday's sales, month to date, this month, your forecasted sales, and then last month. You can click on this right here, and you can filter it differently. If you want to do, today, yesterday, this month, last month, you want to include 7-day and 14-day in there. And you can also do a custom range. Like if you want to see how much sales you've generated the whole year, you could do that. If you're trying to look at like a specific season, you could do that. Like if you want to do like a summer season, like what was your Q3 sales, what was your first quarter or second quarter, you can do all of that with this. So you'll just filter it and click this blue filter button, and then it'll populate this whole page. You can connect all your Amazon marketplaces if you sell internationally. I'm in the United States, so mine's just gonna be Amazon.com. But I do have Canada store and Mexico store, so it's good to have like the all marketplace there. Next, we'll check out the PPC. This is something I did start doing on my private label product. You go in here, you can analyze a lot of information. Now, I'd only have 2 campaigns for my private label. I have 2 products, and I've run probably 2 campaigns for those. So you'd be able to check out your the status, make sure it's still active if you want it to be. Check out how much you're spending, your cost per click. All these analytics you'll be able to look over, and that'll help you decide based on that data what you should change. Should you change your ad spend? Should you change, keywords, etc. It's a good tool just to visualize, okay, I'm spending this much on ads. Is it converting? Then the next little tab right here is your products. So this will show your inventory, or your catalog rather. Um, uh, these metrics they'll be a little different when you have your own account linked with this. But again, it's another good metric to get a lot of information, a lot of data. Really, you can filter all these too by like cost of goods. What are your most expensive products? What are we earning profit per unit? Um, and it's good to check in on these things. Next part is the expenses. So in your expenses, you can do all of your monthly reoccurring expenses, whether it be rent, be software like your Keepa, your SellerAmp, your Helium, you name it. You want to put that in here, and that'll help track your profit and loss based on, all these expenses. So like for me, I have a monthly rent for the warehouse. So that's $1,000. I have Keepa, I got SellerAmp, I got this. So I pay $23 a month for this. If you have VAs, if you have other contractors that are working for your business, put that in here as well. And then same with like one-time purchases. So if you're doing FBA, you're buying boxes, you're buying shipping materials. So you want to have a one-time expense whenever you're buying boxes or any other shipping material, whenever you're buying a new printer. If you have UPS pickups, that could be a one-time expense, or you could be on like a weekly charge. So all that's very important. And then, yeah, that's about it for that section. LTV, this will be more for like private labels. So what's your lifetime value for average customers? Are you getting repeat customers? Are they staying customers? Buying your new products that you're coming out with, maybe with that same brand. This might be good for subscribe and save type customers as well. So if you're doing wholesale, you're doing grocery, you got customers that are signed up for subscribe and save. That could be some more metrics that go into the lifetime value. Next will be the cash flow. Another very important aspect of any business is, are you making money? Do you have cash flow, positive cash flow, and how much? So this will help, determine what your cash on hand is, what the difference is, dividends, cost of goods purchased, expenses, investments, payouts, really all the stuff that you get from Seller Central gets converted over here, so you can understand a little bit more better visually than like what Seller Central provides. It's crazy that Amazon's like $1 trillion company, and their UI for their sellers, for us, is not that great. Moving forward, we have the inventory section. So the inventory planner is super, super essential. What that will do is, as you can see all of your cost of goods are added up. So whatever you have in stock right now, FBA, FBM stock, any reserved products. So if it's an FC transfer, FC processing, etc., whatever you have currently in transit to FBA, ordered products, and your total. Same with the potential sales, like what do you have in stock right now, what's reserved, what's being sent. Because your cost of goods is going to be different than your potential sales, because we're not buying a $10 product and selling it for $10. You're going to lose money. So this will add up the sale price of everything, and then your profit. So your FB, like what's in stock right now, what's your potential profit, what's reserved profit, what's being sent to FBA, and then again your total. You'll be able to come through here too. You can filter again however you like. Most of these are clickable, so this will help forecast your products and when you need to restock. So days of stock left, this is kind of one of my favorite things to be focusing on. So a lot of these products, when it's a green check mark, that means you don't need a restock for a little bit. Once they start getting red, that's when you want to think about trying to source the product again if you're in OA or wholesale or anything really, because you're going to run out of products, within 6 days here. You're out of stock here. So you want to forecast that based on like how long will it take for you to get product and send it to FBA. If it's going to take 30 days, well, then you're going to need to, start purchasing at this 30-day mark. It'll also tell you like your sales velocity. Now, this is your personal data, so it can be skewed if you're not getting the buy box some days, but you are others, and it just averages it out. So these numbers tend to be they're personal data, so they could be lower than like what you're gonna find on Keepa, SellerAmp, etc. Right here is your FBA shipments, so you can track your FBA shipments via SellerBoard. It'll show all your shipments, all the shipment IDs. Once they're checked in, so the status is receiving, it's going to show you like what the progress is. Now, if you have missing units, you're going to get emails from SellerBoard saying like you have a potential to claim a refund by submitting your invoices based on this deviation of units checked in once the shipment's closed. So like this one right here, you can see there's only 89% of the units received were actually received. The shipment's been closed, and now you got this red thing here. So it shows you that the deviation between the number of units shipped to FBA Fulfillment Center and the number of units actually checked in is different. So there's an 11% difference. So you want to, get on top of that. Make sure you're getting your money back and, covering your butt. So a couple other things too, the autoresponder. So I do this for my private label. I'll run some autoresponder campaigns. And what that does is, it requests a review, after typically like mine's, I request a review after 30 days as long as the customer hasn't returned the product. I'll request a review, it bumps the listing that you have. So it's a pretty important tool. Again, your lost and damaged section, this should help you get good estimate of what you can get reimbursed. So if you're seeing on your FBA shipments that you're missing some products, you want to come over here, check how much it's worth. Most of the time it's going to be worth your time to go after that, file the paperwork that you have to do. And then you can also download reports and all of that. Next is the returns. You can see you can download reports to get your return report. That'll help figure out any losses. But yeah, SellerBoard, it's a great tool to be utilizing. It doesn't really cost that much, like really not much at all. You can also integrate eBay stores. So if you're getting returns from Amazon FBA and they come back to your house or your warehouse or your prep center, and you can determine, what condition it's in. Sometimes they'll return products to you that are in like new or new condition. And if you can't send it back to FBA, get it relisted, then your next option would be to try another marketplace like eBay. So you can connect your eBay store. It'll be the exact same thing as this. You'll drop down. Instead of your Amazon store, it'd be an eBay store. Click there. Same everything. Good way to track profit and losses on there as well. And yeah, you'll be able to really break down all your numbers. This will be great for tax season. So when you're talking with your accountant, you can present all this paperwork, all these numbers to them so they can, crunch the numbers, and you'll be able to prepare accordingly to your tax burden. But that's about all I wanted to share today. Again, if you do think you have good use for this product, click my link. Appreciate you signing up under the referral. Get yourself an extra free month. And let me know if you have any questions. Drop them below. Like, subscribe, follow along. And hit me up. Peace, guys.